The statues watched him as he struggled to the next step. Massive wings beat down, lifting and bashing him as the beak hammered on his head. No stars flew around his head. A few bright spots filled his vision when Benjy noticed he'd fallen on his face. He'd lost his grip on the rock. It screeched and flapped its wings to get free of its bindings. Benjy tried to get back on his feet. He had no reserves of energy to tap. He'd been driving forward as a feat of will alone. With nothing else driving him, he couldn't get up. The rock got free. Benjy dragged himself to his knees as the winged beast stared him down. Its slitted eyes were the same colors as its feathers, and watched him like a piece of meat that had wandered into its domain. Benjy hissed, "You and I aren't done yet." As he said the words, he had no way to back them up. The rock was larger than him. The shriek it released mocked him as he grabbed for its feet. It was a desperate, doomed effort. They both knew it. A single flap of its wings brought it up into the air and out of his reach. The talons sank into his shoulders. His momentary hope that it would take him the rest of the way up 4 more steps was dashed. The rock dragged him backward and released him. The world dropped away from him for a second. A sense of vertigo filled him. He was falling, but that felt like a relief until he saw 1 step speeding toward his head. He didn't feel the pain of the impact, or the many, many others that followed. Benjy was surprised he was alive at the bottom of the steps. At first he didn't see anything. Then he felt rock-like arms lifting him like he was a baby. Maybe it was the repeated strikes to his head, but it seemed like the golem gazed down at him with sadness and pity. No expressions showed on its face, which made him think he was imagining things, but the feeling remained. It didn't matter. He'd failed. Benjy didn't know how to accept that. Soon he didn't have to. Darkness enveloped him, but the pain remained.